Kia ora koutou, we're back here at ASB Arena in Pornic, Wellington, with our second game up for the afternoon after a thrilling 2-goal game between Fruit Flies and Aguilas. The Aguilas managing to bring home the win there, 18-16. And we're low scoring but definitely high energy, action-packed game of handball. We had in that last game, by the end of it, 10-2 minutes, which is, for those who aren't fully versed in handball, 10-2 minutes is absolutely huge. 20 minutes with at least one player from a team off the court. It's quite unusual, but with such a lot riding on that game, we're always going to see quite a lot in defence, then potentially quite a lot of action for the refs to call on. This game we have up here is an internal club game, so to speak. It's between both sides of the VUW club. The VUW Turtles here, they're 18, taking on the VUW Wolves here on the left. And so they'll be looking to make sure they really bring home this win, to justify their designation as the top team in the club. It'd definitely be a bit of an awkward one if they didn't. So we'll wait and see, but definitely the B team are going to be bringing everything at them this, so we're not going to give it to you easily. So we'll wait and see what actually we have here from our second game for the afternoon. Following this, we have our third and final men's match from the Sunday draw there, with the Vikings versus the Spartans, who came off a bit of a rough loss last week, so they'll be looking to come through and really push that home. And within that game, we may even have a bit of a player mic hooked up for you to hear some insights from on the court. So it looks like the VUW Turtles have won the title, are looking to pass off first, and they do start with first position, and away we go. And there we go. So I just got that time underway there for you, team, as I fumble my way around this iPad. And yeah, strong start there by the Turtles, managed to get through their first goal there, sneaking it through that near post of the Wolves goalie. And they've started off really well with that first possession, picking up a goal in the first 30 seconds. And so first goal going there to number 18, Anton Juan. So he'll be feeling good about that, to score so early in the game. Definitely helps settle a few nerves. And the VUW Wolves getting that ball around nicely. Just as we say that, commentator's curse course comes through. We get a bit of a drop, we get a skin ball coming onto the court. Spectators running around trying to keep it under control, but play thankfully not affected. Great ball out there to wing, but the Turtles goalie, he's up to it. Not a lot of angle there for the winger for the Wolves to work with. And here come the Turtles back on attack. Great cross between Potaka and Torvin there. Yeah, and there's too much power there. He powers it straight through over the head of the Wolves goalie. When you've got momentum behind you like that, you've got such a run from the other end of the court, you can really get up and put off a really powerful shot, which we saw there from Torvin off that nice cross. So here the Wolves come back on attack. Milan there at pivot, he's trying to marshal his troops, trying to get things organised. Get them moving and build a bit of space. Bit of a cross going on here to get that space we talked about, and there's one more out to the wing is on. He comes through for the shot. Oh, and that's a fantastic save from a very close wide-angled wing shot there from the Turtles goalkeeper. He does a fantastic effort to get both his leg and arm up there to create a wall. The Turtles straight back on attack, straight back round to the wings, and managed to pop one through there. Again on the near post, it looks like that's a bit of a tactic they're working on there, yeah. In fact, the Wolves goalie, he's coming out, he's just trying to make sure he's got his positioning right. He'll be looking to jump on top of those moving forward. So a great goal there by number 11, Sahir. To put the Turtles 3 goals up in less than 3 minutes. They were off to an absolute flyer. Oh, a couple of crosses happening from a couple of positions in. It goes back the other way, spin. He's made some space. Left arm there. I don't know enough about the man to know if that left arm's his dominant arm or not, but he definitely put together a decent shot with it, so we'll have to wait and see. Getting that ball moving. Definitely the Wolves for the B team, definitely one of their work-ons has been trying to get that ball moving, trying to create some space on attack. They're certainly doing so far in this game, just haven't quite converted it into a goal yet. Looking to pose a bit of a threat there on the wing, try and commit a defender, open up space for someone else somewhere on the court. Held in contact, managed to get a nice pass away. Fires a shot under a passive warning. The goalkeeper's all over that. Just pops it down, back to his team, and here the Turtles come again on attack. He's up, he shoots. Oh, the ball's kind of somehow rolled back towards the goal. The ref's kind of looking at it a little bit confusing. Was there a pass back there or not? But no harm, no foul, as they say, and so we don't have any foul calls. Here come the Wolves on attack. They're looking to get those hands cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, looking to get a slightly better position there. They haven't quite realised that they've still got the ball here, that there was a foul. They're having to be called back. They're eventually realising where they're meant to be on the court, what sort of role they're currently playing. And here they come back onto attack. Milani's joking around. He's a bit of a cheeky fella looking for that quick shot against his own club. Potaka, yeah, he's laughing, he knows it. All right, Milan. You go ahead, you throw that, see what happens. And so the Wolves, they get the ball moving around here, looking to build that space. Good clean catching, good clean hands here so far. We're looking to keep that up. Really a key requirement to get that ball speed going. Managing to throw off the odd pop shot here, but just trying to find an opportunity to get a little bit close to the 6 for 1 and get themselves a bit more balance when they release that shot. Currently, despite the power in the arms of the Wolves team, just the momentum taking them towards the sideline. So the ball travelling without quite the full power that they're generating towards the goal. Oh, and trying to put that ball across through the pivot, Milan. He can't quite get his arms on it. Definitely got a hard ask there with that centre 3 of Jake and then Torvin there for the Turtles. And in fact, here's a turnover off the foot. He was looking for a fast break. Torvin didn't see anyone running, so thought, okay, let's just get it set. Jake's like, yeah, I'm always happy not to sprint off on fast breaks. We'll just get the ball set, get the ball moving, keep a bit more air in the lungs, a bit more mileage left in the knees. I'll get myself into a spot like this and finish it off nicely from pivot from the 6 metre to make the score 4-0. So having scored 3 goals in 2.5 minutes, definitely the Turtles slowed down a little bit there. The Wolves managed to spend quite a bit of time on attack there and put a few phases together, so to speak. But as they're still yet to convert on that goal, so they'll really be looking to put their first one on the scoreboard before that 10-minute mark if they possibly can. Getting some crosses going well, just not quite engaged in the defence enough for them to really create a gap at the moment though. And the Turtles keeper, he's looking for the fast break. He knows, we're relatively comfortably up at the moment. Let's not chance our arm. Let's just keep sticking to our processes, put together a normal attack, and I'm sure we'll have this in the bag. Oh, a great ball through to Jake there in pivot. Just can't quite control it cleanly. It looks like it must have bounced off a foot or something somewhere along the line, so we do have a turnover to the Wolves. So let's see them come back on attack. We'll get that high angle going for their team so you can see some of these crosses in action. You see they're moving the ball, just getting a bit of rhythm at the moment. Just getting it through their hands until they feel comfortable, ready to launch something. Now left one comes out a bit of energy. Here comes a bit of pressure now. Oh, and a sneaky sidearm shot. The goalie's aware of it. He's up to it. He manages to parry it off to the side there. So back down the other end we go, and the Turtles get another chance on attack here, looking for their 5th goal. Potaka there, shuffling out to left back. So here, left wing doesn't quite handle it cleanly, but no harm caused. He picks it back up, gets it back across, and the Turtles manage to go through in the centre on the 6 for another strong goal there. And that is their 5th goal up. 7.5 minutes in. Really looking to stretch together a nice early lead so they can start experimenting, playing around, trying a few things as they would have hoped to go into this match against their own club's B team here. So here come the Wolves, still searching for that elusive first goal. Despite knowing they're not top of the pecking order in this club, they won't be happy with the quick lead that's been established by the Turtles. So they'll be looking to claw that back a little bit, get a little bit more mana back behind their name. Yeah, and definitely the left wing for the Wolves. He has been impressive. He's shown a lot of speed, a lot of intent there on a tackle game. So 28 there for the Turtles. He's stepping out. He's just making sure he closes them off early. Doesn't let him get any move going. Doesn't let any pressure build. Oh, and there's a good hit there from Jake. Very, very good hit. Just managing to catch him in the chest, roughly where the ball was coming at the same time, popping the ball out and stopping the attack dead in the process. And there, as we just talked about, is the left wing there for the Wolves. Really looking to try spin, looking to try move, try create some space, create some pressure. But alas, it does come to nothing. Back over on right back with the ball sailing past the right hand upright. Here come the Turtles. A lot of speed there on attack. Long cross there from Potaka. Doesn't quite get this. So here's got the ball out on left wing. And smooth as you like, manages to bounce it off that far post and back into the goal. Definitely the Wolves goalie having his work cut out for him so far. He's only had one shot from 9, and the rest all coming from 6 and from the wings there for the 6 goals that have gone in so far. So he'll be hoping that the defence can shut down those wingers, keep them off the 6 metre and give them a bit more of a chance there to grab the ball coming at him from 9 than when it comes from 6. And the Wolves just really looking to get their handling right, trying to get that ball speed up so they can create a bit of space. Looking to fire off the shot in contact, a valiant effort, but it's unable to drag it around enough to put it on target. Here comes the left foot. Oh, really solid defence there from Jacob. He's absolutely loving his mahi here tonight. Any chance he gets to put a hit on, he definitely isn't missing out on it. And here comes Wolves. This is a bit more of a promising attack, creating a lot more space there again. Initiated by their left wing there. He's a bit surprised by the call for a turnover there. As we all are, I'm a little bit searching. Must have been a charge called there at some stage. Just trying to see where that had come from as Jake goes wandering off the court from the Turtles team and heads across to the bench of the Wolves. I suppose you get that with inter-club games. He's heading across to the team that he usually coaches on when these two aren't playing each other. Looking to give them some tips and advice. Oh, bit of a fumble there, had a chance there for the Wolves to sneak one through. But Torva manages to scoop it up, capitalise on the broken play, run straight through to the 6 and pocket it into the goal. So here come the Wolves again. We have had 11 minutes now. They're still searching for that first goal. They'll be really hoping they can pick that up some stage soon. In fact, the left winger, whose name I'm currently searching for on the score sheet, it's a little bit hard to find our numbers here. Potentially Dom Kafatola. Sorry if I've got that wrong there and that's not you. So it looks like you maybe have number 3 on the shirt, seeing 43 here. Oh, Simon Farina, there you go, number 3. Simone Farina, there we go. My apologies, Simone. There you are, putting together some fantastic efforts out there at left wing. And we've had a timeout asked for by Jake, player for the Turtles, but coach of the Wolves. And probably one of the rarest occurrences you'll see in most games of sport out there, where the player from one team has called a timeout for the other and is now headed across to their timeout huddle to chat to them as their coach. Very interesting to see what sort of advice he gives there. He's probably pleading with his team, look, get the ball out there to the hands of Farina a little bit more often, number 3 out there in left wing, because yeah, he is putting together a lot of speed and a lot of pressure on that other team's defence. Probably the main player for the Wolves on attack who's really causing any problems there for the Turtles. Turtles on the other hand, they're 8 goals up. Torvin's still taking the chance to chat about the finer details, finer things in life, and see if they can't make that a few more goals up when they come back. Trying to stretch my relatively hearing to see what's being said over there in that huddle. It sounds like Jake's talking to them about that idea of creating space, as we mentioned earlier in the half. They've been a work on for them so far in the season. Yep, the rest are saying, must be time for a double blast soon. Here we go, let's stop the talk. As a great man once said, a little less conversation, a little more act, please. Let's get back on the court and get the game moving. So Turtles chant offence, the Wolves chant, well no, Turtles chant defence even, Wolves chant offence.
generally there's a bit of both in the game, so we'll see which one wins out after this.
There we go. And the Wolves goalie sets the play off in motion once again. We'll try to do the same with the clock as well. And there we go. With 18 and a bit minutes left. Oi! Milan manages to absolutely scone. Apologies if you heard a bit of unsavoury language there, team. I am aware we're not quite past the 6 o'clock censorship rules. Oh, the Haida Pōtaka imagine just to reach up and grab that, steal it back for the Turtles, put them back on attack. Yeah, the Wolves will be frustrated about that. They just had a timeout. They just talked about creating space. And in trying to do so, yeah, they got one of their players not quite watching, not quite aware what's going on. The pass goes straight into the side of his head there. Farina has to come around and tidy up for them because no one went running for the ball. He's screaming at them to wake for something up. Getting potentially a little bit frustrated with the amount of speed and energy he's putting in, just seeing the space come to nothing at the moment. But here they go again with another chance. There's a bit slicker passing, a bit smoother hands, but the pop across and the pivot, again, just to the wrong person. A bit too much size potentially there on defence there by Pōtaka to really push that ball through. But we'll see if they persevere with it. Really quick hands here from the Turtles. They'll be pretty stoked about this. Oh, frees up a lot of space here for Pōtaka. He takes a shot, just unfortunately hits the post and sends it back out. And a bit of pinball going on in there, so it looks like we've had a foot against the Wolves. The Turtles will stay on attack. Yeah, there you go. That's given the Wolves bench something to cheer about. Some really solid defence there from the Wolves on the pivot, stopping that turn from happening, stopping that movement sideways from happening. Really good effort there. And so here come the Turtles again, building up. Pōtaka likes to initiate something early. Doesn't quite come to anything, so look to reset. Here he comes again, looking for that long cross. Decides to jump up, take the shot again, and just absolutely pummels it home. Just under the crossbar there, using his height well to his advantage to get it over top of the Wolves goalkeeper. So here come the Wolves on attack, looking to really get that fluidity to their play. Try and make the Turtles' defence have to move side to side, which is what creates that space. It was looking like the comms are breaking down slightly there, getting lost without a pass to give. There's the pass now, but can't quite collect it in, and so the space comes to nothing. Turtles on the fast break there, they've got options left, right and centre. They go left and finish it off for another goal, making it 11-0 to the Turtles. With Jake technically being on both teams, coach of the Wolves and yet player for the Turtles, you've got to wonder if with the play that's coming from the Wolves at the moment, he might not just jump back across to the Turtles and call a timeout for them, just so that he can come back across the Wolves and chat to them about that handling and getting those passes accurate enough. Gets himself a bit of a clear shot off their right winger there, does, and has a crack at it, just probably not quite enough angle there to work with. And with a fantastic first 15 minutes there for the Turtles goalkeeper, managing to keep a clean sheet in that time. Our old favourite Georgie swaps in to see what he can do in the same circumstances. Torvin there, oh, that's a lovely cross, gets some good speed, comes back into centre. They finished up with two pivots. Torvin comes back across and an uncharacteristic miss from him, sending that ball sailing across the top bar, crossbar even. And it gives a chance for the Wolves to get back on attack. So let's see if they can finally chalk up that first goal. They'll definitely want to get one before the half's out, that's for sure. No team wants to give another a clean sheet for an entire half a handball. Here's a bit of ball movement going on now. Oh, the shot comes in. George really has to stretch for it. It's down that bottom corner, but he managed to save it nicely. Here come the Turtles. They're going to push it on a fast break. Doesn't quite pan out for them. So the Wolves look to run one on their own, but decide actually no, we need to take as much opportunity within this game as we can to spend some time on attack to try and get these kinks that we've got ironed out, try and get things sorted. There you go, there's some space for the winger there. Just can't quite get the pass cleanly. He instead goes down towards his feet, and we'll head back down the other end for the Turtles to be back on attack. So George will be happy to come straight on and straight away get the ball into his feet, get a touch of it that results in a save. And now his side back up on attack down the other end. Oh, Potaka absolutely does him on defence.
Managed to sell Milan one way, move back the other.
For a tall man, he's got a lot of agility there, old Potaka. And definitely hasn't lost any of it over the years. He'll be stoked with that. And there's been an interesting play, trying to mix things up the Wolves, getting their attack a bit more fluid, getting a bit more movement going on, positions crossing a few times. But so he has run well on this fast break, gathers it well on the bounce, and managed to sneak it through between the legs of the goalie, who's fairly confident. He thought it was a line. But Sahir's saying, no way. The ref seems to agree with Sahir in this case, and so the goal stands. That makes it 13-0 now to the Turtles as we just cross past the first quarter stage, heading into the second quarter there. Again, the Wolves still looking for their first goal of the match. So Milan getting some good time out there at right back, having played predominantly centre thus far in his career. He'll be stoked to get a bit of a change up there. Won't be so stoked with that though, not quite hanging on to the pass, setting the Turtles away down the other end. Torvin's there, and a fantastic save against that fast break shot there by Torvin. The Wolves will be stoked by the work their goalie's put in there to try and keep that ball out. Having spent a bit of time getting a ball thrown at me by the man Torvin himself, he is not easy to keep out, especially when he's on a fast break on the 6 metre. So be absolutely thrilled about that. And here the Wolves come back again on attack. Can they get that first goal this time round? Oh, good little bounce shot there. You feel if that went one side either way, sure, that could have worked. Unfortunately, just bounced straight up into the chest of George. He just grabs the ball, brings it in, and sends it back down to put his side back on attack. There you go, another goal there for the Turtles, notching the score up to 14-0. Really managing to stretch that lead out in the first half here. Again, they're being told to wake up a bit. They've got to keep an eye on where the ball is. Got to make sure those passes stick and stay in their hands. There we go, he manages to get himself a bit of space, managed to get up and pop a shot off. George managed to save it, and I believe it's a line anyway, so even if it had gone in, may not have come to the first goal for the Wolves, but they'll be feeling a bit more encouraged by that. They managed to get their attack in position and get a shot away that did trouble the goalkeeper and force him to make a decent save. And speaking of a decent save, there's another fantastic one from the Wolves. Just can't quite do it again on the rebound, and so the Turtles managed to pick up the goal anyways. But there's a couple of nice fast break saves in a row for the Wolves goalkeeper, and he'll be happy about that. Here come the Wolves again on attack. Again, Farina looking to really instigate something there from left wing. Here comes centre there from the Wolves. Well, they're trying to engage that defensive line, that's for sure, and they've got a couple of runners going in and making that engagement, but just need a couple more runners off the ball to really take advantage of the spaces they are creating. Just looking to get it all together rather than one bit or another. Need the whole lot at the same time. Here they come, recently again. They're putting enough pressure on the defence I mean, the ref hasn't been thinking about passive thus far. Oh, what a save there from George, and you hear the frustration pouring out of the Wolves. Managed to break through to the 6 at long last, get a chance to rocket it into the goal, and George pulls off a save like that, just sticks a foot out, stands on the ball, and their hopes are crushed with it. Here comes Sahir again from the wing, and again managed to sneak it in on that near post. really got their radar working, the wingers here for the Turtles, managing to put through a few bounce shots on that near post. There's the Kopai coming in at centre, trying to get that ball moving. Between the backs at the moment. And here comes some, they look to push it a little bit wider. Simon comes in as a second pivot, just doesn't quite get the ball to him. Can't quite get back in time for the fast break, so here's over on the other wing. And I guess we found out that's why he plays on the left wing. But having made a good save there against his original shot, the ball does rebound back out to number 28, who we're trying to do our best for the names of their team, but can't quite find all of them on the score sheet. So we'll stick with number 28 there for now, picking up another goal on the right wing off the rebound. George managed to get the ball in. He's not entirely sure or happy about something. He's having a chat. The ref blows whistle, says, I'm not really interested in that chat at the moment. George will know all about that as a man who's reffed a lot himself. Yeah, and they're looking, again, number 28, looking for that near post shot against the goal that's been working all day. However, the Wolves goalkeeper, he's a little bit more up to the play on it there. He's had some time to get his movements correct, get his positioning a bit more close to that near post, and just squeeze out the room they've got for the shot on that occasion. So here come the Wolves again on attack. There's some on there. Get that ball moving, there's a cross there. Oh, you feel if that had stuck, that was definitely some space on there. And the goalie has a valiant effort to make himself as big as he possibly can. But against the height of Potaka, there's only so high you can get. Generally when he jumps, you jump too, you might reach the chest. If you're lucky, and Potaka will just place the ball over top of you. So here come the Wolves, and we see someone there again on the left wing doing all he can to try and make that space for his team. Coming across, switching positions. Oh, and here they go. And George again makes another fantastic save. Two chances the Wolves ahead from the line, and George just managed to step up and keep that ball out. Does rebound into his own teammate in the sixth though, and hence the ball goes back to the Wolves. We need to have another crack. No way through to the sixth that time. A couple of good runs, but just not enough build-up, not enough momentum on the ball to affect it that time round. Oh, I thought he had an absolute gift there on the sixth. The ball just sitting there and no one grabbing it. Realises that's because the whistle's gone. It looks like for the early hold there on Milan, which prevented him from catching that ball as it came towards him. 5 minutes left on the clock. The Wolves will really be pushing here, trying to get that first goal of the half for themselves. And fumbles just kind of slowing it down a little bit, preventing them from doing so. Bit of soft contact with the shot sailing wide. The refs are happy enough to let the ball pass back into the Turtles' hands, and they'll get another shot here on attack. So if the Turtles can pop up 20 here by half time, they'll be feeling absolutely thrilled with that. Oh, yeah, but as Jake acknowledges, we're shooting like that, 20's a long, long way away. So he'll be looking to correct that next time round when he gets his next opportunity on the 6 metre. And here come the Wolves again. Can they make it happen this time? Will this be the magic attack that gets that first goal on the scoreboard? Always a bit of nerves when you're sitting on zero for this long, that you'll sit on zero for the whole game and be that team who let the other team have a clean sheet. You do not want to be that team. So they'll be looking to put that goal on the board, get off the dart, get off the mark, so to speak, and get a bit more confidence. Well, it's coming back around, but it's a big lobbed pass. Fortunately for the Wolves, there's no Turtles player there really to put pressure on it. Oh, he's trying to attack and trying to make that run, just can't quite time it, so he's almost getting the ball at the same time as meeting the defence at the moment, just making it a little bit too hard for the right back for the Wolves there to get much space and to get that shot away. Again, Simon trying to build that pressure there from left wing Milan back into his usual favourite position and pivot there. Yeah, oh, looking for that tricky round arm pass. Again, you feel if it had stuck, might have created some space. It's just getting it to stick at the moment that's the step too far. And there they go. This time, the Wolves managed to get through the 6 and sneak it through the legs of George rather than cannon it into their legs, and finally pick up their first goal of the game. And Dom Kafatolu, who I incorrectly tried to attribute his name to the left winger before, Dom will be happy that I've finally figured out who he is out there on the court. Sorry about that, Dom. And to have picked up the first goal there for his team. Oh, great pop into Jake there and pivot, and this time he doesn't send it sailing over the crossbar. This time he does put it into the net. But again, the main thing there for the Wolves, they'll be feeling absolutely stoked to be off that mark and have a goal on the scoreboard that they can call their own. And there's the man Dom with the ball in his hands again, putting together a lovely cross there with his teammate of the day. Oh, look at that for a pop ball over top and a pivot. Now, I tell you, that's a goal you'd see in any, well, you might not see it in any top league in handball with that level of flair being put in behind it, but the crosses, the combinations that were needed to make that happen, to make that work. The Wolves will be absolutely stoked with that as an end result, to put a goal in with that much skill involved in the passing to get it. Yeah, he usually plays for the other team, that's why I was getting confused. So Te Kopai managing to put in a fantastic goal there. We're just trying to figure out on the score sheet how to record it, because he's technically on the score sheet as part of the other team that he's playing against at the moment. Do we award the goal to the other team then? Surely not, no. We can't quite do that, so we'll just have to innovate. There's Te Kopai again, partnering up with Dom. They're working well as a combination there. They'll be looking to work this. Dom being at centre, Te Kopai at right back. And getting that ball moving. Here comes Dom again at centre, looks to sneak the ball through this time, can't quite do it. Yeah, manages to get round in the end and get a shot away, but had taken steps before he managed to do so. The foul from the Turtles coming before that, so it will still be Wolves' ball and they can have another go at it. Let's see if we can't get a better view of this combo between Dom and Te Kopai there at centre, and then now at left back as well. In fact, that left side now looking really strong for the Wolves. Swings him on there as well. He tries to break through, ends up on the ground from the contact. But it's happy enough to walk back out to the 9, reset it, and get that ball moving again. Oh, look at that for a little offload. That gets the ball moving wide. And managed to get the Wolves' third goal. They're really on a roll at the moment. In fact, I'm pretty sure if you took a screenshot of the last 2 minutes of play, the Wolves would actually be up, so they'll be thrilled about that. Yeah, and smiles starting to come on their faces. From drop balls, throwing it into their own team's face, it definitely feels a lot better to be throwing it into the other team's goal instead. Well, Potaka looking to get up and shoot, but decides actually no, I'll put the cross through to Torvin. Jake's got the ball, managed to bust through from pivot. Got shepherded out to a slightly worse angle, but decides, you know, I've still got the skills in me to put it across that far post, and so does so, managing to pick up the Turtles' 20th goal. 3 seconds to go. Can they get one more? Oh! And the Wolves pick up a 4th on the buzzer there. Right, yeah, right back managed to come screaming across. Aaron there, number 69, managed to come screaming across on right back, jump up and put the ball on the far top post to nail an absolute stunner on the buzzer there of half time. Really fantastic work by the Wolves there to bring it back up to 20-4. It does seem like quite a scoreline to be facing, but seeing as with about 10 minutes to go they were 16-0 down, they've actually managed to tie that last 10 minutes of that half, which is a massive turnaround for the team. They'll be absolutely stoked by that. We'll take a bit of a break here, team, rest my voice a little bit at the half-time break, and then we'll head across to a bit of a few interviews when we get opportunities.
We'll have to stop.
Oh, yeah. How you doing, mate? Cheers.
Yeah, this iPad one.
And we're back here, I believe, live again, team. Yes, indeed, we are already set to rock and roll for the second half. So as it stands, we currently have the score at 20-4 in the Turtles' favour. But that last 10 minutes of that first half, drawn 4-all by the Wolves and the Turtles. So the Wolves will be really stoked with how they finished up that last half, looking to carry on the momentum they started there. And away we go with our second half underway. A little bit of a fumble there from the Wolves to start their second half. They'll be hoping that's the last one of the half. Definitely a couple of those did slow them down in the first 15-20 minutes of that first half there. So they'll be looking to get those under control, get the chance to really capitalise on the work they're putting in on attack. Oh, quite a low-key little handoff there that didn't quite come to it. Low-key even for his own team. And then the follow-up pass just manages to sail over top of the awaiting recipient, drifting out there, bring the Turtles back onto attack. So here come the Turtles to their first attack of the second half. The first possession that they had right at the start of this game, they managed to capitalise on within 30 seconds. Oh, and almost managed to do the same again there, but didn't quite manage it. Fantastic save there from the Wolves goalkeeper to save that 1-1.
This would have been a fantastic opportunity if we had it on that top camera.
Came crooning up and almost took out our camera up there. But alas, it's a bit tricky to change at that short a notice. Fantastic save there again. So here come the Wolves back on attack. Still managing to keep it 0-0 in the second half. They're really looking to look at this as its own context, reset that scoreboard and see what we can do if this were the start of the game. Here comes Dom on attack. Oh, managed to get a great ball through to pivot, just isn't quite collected. Yeah, he's a bit frustrated. He knows it's a quality pass, just happened to bounce up a bit too fast, sneak through the hands of his own pivot. And a few steps, bit of a contact and a shot, everything happening. We'll reset it back at the 9 metre and go again. Anton Juan really looking for a few solid shots there, swapping the ball back to the original one. They decided that the yellow one isn't quite their flavour of the month, so they'll stay with the one they originally had. And being almost 2.5 minutes in and the score's 0-0, you can definitely see the other ball not quite working as well as this one was. Oh, crosses going all over the place there. Potaka fires off a good shot. But an equally good save there again for the Wolves, keeping the score still locked up in the second half. Haven't had a goal yet from either teams. Back and forth, had a few shots, some really good saves there, but no goal either way yet. So here come the Wolves. Can they look to score first in the second half? Wouldn't that be a turnaround from our first half? Te Kopai looks for his winger, says, no, actually I'd rather send it back the other way. So he does so. Oh, almost found his man at pivot. Oh, and Dom, far out, would you see that? Let's see if we can get that replayed for you there, guys. Potentially not quite. I think we may have missed it. We'll wait and see. What an absolute shot there from Dom, following up on a rebound, managing to pick up the ball somehow, found himself with no angle to work with. No time to wind up a shot, but just pushes the ball through into the goal. And as we said, the Wolves have gone and scored first in the second half. Potaka coming through with the bottom left shot, managing to bring it straight back again, however. But the Wolves are really stoked to come out and score first this time round. An absolute turnaround from that first half where they were 15 down within the space of about 15 minutes. So here come the Wolves, moving the ball through the hands there. So the left wing, he hangs around for a bit, decides, oh, I might be able to make some space here. But the Turtles, Torvin comes across, closes them down quickly, and in fact, it's called a charge. He's not entirely sure how, but once it's explained to him, he seems happy enough. Just trying to move a bit too lateral there to create that space, and end up getting straight into the defence. Therefore, the charge call. Fantastic save there from Simon of the Wolves goalie. The rebound almost ended up back in the Turtles' hands, but he managed to control it nicely. He's putting in a great effort in this second half, managed to make some huge saves early on to keep the Turtles out, keep the second half locked up at 1-1, 5 minutes gone. Oh, looks for the cross, doesn't need it, and then gets the ball to pivot. Had a good chance there, tried the old two-hander, didn't quite get it through. And here come the Turtles back on attack. But they're well stopped by the Wolves, who hustled back really well there on defence. Definitely have woken up a little bit in the second half, that's for sure. And putting in some fantastic efforts there to keep the Turtles out. And here come the Turtles, getting the ball moving now. So here comes a cross behind Potaka, looking across some space, managed to get the ball to pivot in doing so. And the Turtles do pick up another goal, making it 22-5 now for the Turtles, and they officially take the lead in the second half, considering the second half is a match of its own. So here come the Wolves, definitely looking a lot more confident with the ball in hand this time around. Getting the passes to stick a lot better, creating a lot more space, a lot more dynamic running going on. Oh, and Dom breaking through again. He's having an absolute blind in the second half on attack. Definitely, I think he's stamping a claim on that centre position. Every time they've managed to put him in there, he's created something for his team. So we're keeping an eye on that moving forward. Oh, and so Hearsol's a nice dummy, managed to go back around as the defender out there on the wing and slots the goal, far post. So here racking up a total of 5 goals so far this game. He's having a good one. He'll be enjoying himself. Seeing if he can add a few more to his name before the time's out. And there's Dom again, looking to create something with that cross there to Simone. Doesn't quite get it to stick, but definitely a lot of intent being shown by them in that back three there. And Simone off to that man Dom on. He managed it through again. Whoa, felt like he was earned a goal there. He'd done all the hard yards. But the Turtles goalkeeper this time to make a great save. Sticks a foot out down that bottom corner. Oh, and Potaki managed to shoot that top left corner. Simon doing all the hard yards to get across the Wolves goalkeeper there, but it just goes through the hands rather than back off of them. He'll be frustrated having managed to get something to it, but not keep it out of the goal. So Dom, playmaker, he's having a chat there from centre, talking to his troops, what he wants to do. Let's see what he can conjure up this time round. They're saying, take it into contact, looking to do so, spilled the ball in the process. But definitely had the Turtles defenders thinking, which is a good start when you're on attack. Dom gets the ball out to his man Aaron there, right back. He starts moving it back towards him. Oh, casual as you like, pick up with the one hand there by Dom. Almost opened the chance to spin out of the contact. Didn't quite get there, so Simone comes across and gets the ball. And play carries on from the sideline. So the Wolves will be really glad to see a back three functioning a bit better than they had been in that first half. They'll be liking this new combination. Something they can look to use in future games, so they look to try and put some pressure on the opposition. And Torben, quick as you like, back on the fast break, managed to slot it on that near post there. And the Turtles managing to rack up a few goals now, back to back, so 5 goals there in a row to make the score 25-5. Here come the Wolves again. They'll be looking to get back to that goal scoring form they found at the end of the first half and started off with in the second half here. Now got Aaron there in centre. Dom's come off to have a bit of a breather from all the hard work he's been doing. Oh, so they messed with their magic formula, and unfortunately the ball does go astray on that occasion there. But the Wolves hustling back quick on defence, hoping it doesn't turn into a goal for the other team. And Pawtucker managed to get through 6. Oh, and Simon pulls together a fantastic save. Absolutely fantastic save there to stop Pawtucker from 6 metre with the height advantage he has there. That's some incredible mahi there to keep him out. He'll be thrilled with that. So the score remains at 25-5. Again, the Wolves come back on attack. Let's see what they can do this time. John in 25 out there at right back. He's looking to slot into that back three. Does well with that cross. Took the liberty with a few steps that they're calling for. But some fantastic honesty coming from the Turtles to own up to the fact that they've also tipped that on defence. They got the block up and it came off them and went out, meaning it will be a corner there to the Wolves rather than a turnover to the Turtles goalkeeper. So here comes Mona, he's moving the ball across. Aaron really controlling things well there from centre, just saying, you know, get the ball wing to wing, get the ball moving, get the defence moving with us. He's launching an attack of his own, really engaged the defence well there. John looking for a shot. A little bit too much contact for him to get a clean shot away. But really, really promising sign here from the Wolves. Their back three really stepping up this half, creating a lot more opportunities for their team, giving the defence a lot more work to do to keep them out. Easy hands is the call. Let's see what comes of it here. Big cross there, really slick cross. Stalls a little bit, but John's around for another. See if he can get through. Oh, managed to put the ball across, but the fouls were being called for that earlier contact there. Really good initial cross there with Simone managing to come around and collect the ball. Just stalled a little bit there as he looked for the next player to move the ball onto and the space wasn't available. John eventually coming around on that cross. He'll be thinking back on that and thinking that did work well once I did. Maybe if I did it a little bit earlier next time. There's a really good chance there for us to score. Really good hands here from the Wolves in the second half too as well. Really eliminated some of those fumbles that were slowing them down first time round. Great ball there across to Aaron. Aaron manages to keep his arm free, but can't quite get it free enough to get a clear pass off. Yeah, someone with a fantastic save. His defence doing a great bit of help there by really hustling back, not just giving up on the fast break, but chasing the attacking player back, managing to limit his angles, pressuring him into an earlier shot, a bit more distance, enabling the Wolves goalkeeper to step across and make that save there. Here the Wolves come again. They've managed to spend a lot of time on attack this second half, really slowed down the scoring of the Turtles. John again gets up and manages to launch up a shot this time, had a bit more ability to do so, just wasn't quite on balance enough to trouble the goalkeeper. And here come the Turtles again. Pawtucker's up, he's looking for that shot, again gets the ball off to Sahir. Well, and so he managed to get a bit of a deflection on it that time with his foot, but not quite enough of one to keep the ball out. So Sahir networks up yet another goal, which I believe makes it 7 for him now this game. 6 goals for him this game even. He's marching his way towards 10 individually. He'd be very happy with that, hit double digits by himself. And so with that, bringing the score 26-5 to the Turtles. If we compare that again to the first half, by this stage in the first half, the Turtles had actually managed to put on almost 13 goals to the Wolves 0. Flash forward to the second half, the Turtles sure they put on 6 to the Wolves 1. But again, if we think about the two halves compared to each other, it's absolutely chalk and cheese. The Wolves will be really stoked to have built up into this game.
33. New number.
And put a bit of a turnaround. So we got Georgie, who did such great work in goal there at the end of the first half, starting to come out on the field. First time in my life I've seen this. We'll have to wait and see what comes of it there. Oh, and Dom managed to bust through once again. And put together yet another goal behind his name. How many is that there for Dom now? 3, yeah, racking up a really good, managed to score half of his team's goals so far. He'll be thrilled with that work. And there's Georgie, the man himself, out there on right wing. First time I've seen him out in court rather than in goal. Oh, he manages to sell the goalkeeper one way and shoot the other well there to put through another goal for the Turtles. I think first time I've seen George without his glasses there as well, so a few sights to adjust to. It may also be the first time I've seen a court player with long pants on, so you know, it's a number of sights to treat your eyes with.
Men's game.
Yeah. Oh, look at that juggling. Managed to pick it up, launched the fast break pass the same. Torvin, for a second there, feeling like he'd been rushed into that early shot, but he's got enough composure to know, actually, I'll just dummy this. I've still got a couple of steps. Goalie's already moved, and I'll just put it where he isn't. Fantastic finish there from number 21, Torvin, for the Turtles. So here come the Wolves. They'll be looking to reset. They don't want to let that run continue too much. Here's Te Kopai back on into right back. So that back three combination. Looking a really strong lineup here at the moment for the Wolves. Try to get that ball into John and pivot. Milan there as the second pivot. Couldn't quite find either. Them ends up in the hands of the goalie, and away come the Turtles. Oh, really solid defence there from Te Kopai. Georgie comes up with a shot, looking pretty good there for his first shot out there on the court. He's saying, oh yeah, I've had a shot on goal, I'll sub off for you now. Thank you very much for the experience. Simon, the goalie, having a bit of a laugh at him. He's definitely glad to have saved that one though. There's nothing like letting in a shot from your own club's other goalkeeper. It's always a little bit awkward. So we look at that back through. Who we got here now? Oh, someone bouncing off of the defence. Bounce off one, bounce off another. Eventually gets clear for the shot. Just can't quite get it on target there. But again, great work from their left winger to create a bit of space. Oh, and here come the Wolves. Great footwork there. And he follows up as well to receive the pass himself. Can he finish it? How's that for an individual goal? Let's hope that's replaying there for you. I'm not entirely sure, but I really do hope it is, because what a goal that was. There's Dom having an absolute blinder for his side there. Really, really fantastic game he's playing so far, and that's 28-7 now to the Turtles. Oh, Torvin managed to sell the dummy out to the wing. Simone's yelling, where's my other defenders? I was the only one out here marking Torvin at left back and the winger as well. As soon as he gave me a pass, there wasn't a lot I could do. So again, talking about that lineup, so you got Te Kopai out there on right back. You got Dom here in centre, Aaron in left back. Simone there at left wing. It's a really powerful lineup there. John over there at right wing, and Milan there at pivot. Really, really strong lineup there from the Wolves. They'll be looking to put in a couple while they've got these guys here in this combination. Here comes Vanessa Simone looking to create some space. Gets a long way across the court and the context there. Meaning a lot of crosses are needed. They're going to have to regain their shape. Aaron's got into a second pivot, decides actually no, we do need that shape back. Let me come back out. And we'll start again. Good pressure here building here. Great ball there from Dom into his pivot Milan in the middle there. Unfortunately, he gets closed down, can't get a shot away to convert on those hard yards. Here comes Simone again. Looking threatening as always, really got the defence having to keep an eye on him. Just fumbles the ball a little bit that time, restricting his opportunity to get in and put in the skills and the steps that he's known for. Donga gets hit hard in contact, but manages to get the ball across to his mate Aaron. Aaron picks it up well and does a bit of bouncing it, trying to keep it in the field of play, not realising it doesn't actually need to. The ref has called already. The arm's now up for passive. Thankfully, John gets the shot away. Heads straight to the goalie for the Turtles, though, who manages to parry it away. Again, not a lot of angle there for John to work with on that right wing. Always a tricky shot to try and deal with. So 418 controlling things from centre. He's looking to get things moving again. Portaka's in looking for that shot. Milan's having a bit of back and forth. The ref hoping he can charm his way into the foul being called for him instead of the other team, but can't quite do on this occasion. So Jake ends up with the ball, centre of the court on the 6. Manages to convert for the Turtles' 30th goal of the match there. They've chalked that up with about 11 minutes left to go. So they'll be happy to reach that milestone. The Wolves, though, again, if we're comparing it, although they won't be, aren't happy with that whatsoever. The ball kicked away in frustration. And a 2 minutes received as a technicality, as a formality there for having booted the ball away. So it looks like we're back on there, but there's some money off for that unnecessary 2 minutes. Just as we say, they'll be looking to gain a bit more momentum again in their own and reach maybe that 10-goal milestone in comparison to the Turtles' 30. They're now down, going to have to do it with one man less on the court, which frees up space for that wing. The Simons managed to really get his act together now on those wing shots. He was sneaking through on that near post prior to the game and managed to make a few strong saves on those shots in the second half. That rhythm that the Wolves really had going, slowly starting, it seems, to break down a little bit. With one player less on the court, yeah, they're just wondering who they pass it to. Milan's trapped over there in left wing. You've got to wonder whether he'll come out and oh, he's come out a pivot. There you go. So Aaron's over in left back. A couple of calls on the bench. What are you up to there, mate? And the Wolves decide with those calls of what are you up to, they're going to call a timeout. Never mind, actually, they've waved not. The ball's gone out anyways. Fast break on for Turtles. And they managed to sneak it on that near post. Thankfully, we didn't have another controversial timeout. We'll call it now instead rather than causing any more dramas. So with 10 minutes exactly left on the clock, although it may read 9 minutes 44 on your screens there too. We just have a bit of a discrepancy again between those two times, which we'll look to close up once we get back into the action. We'll have a look at these timeout huddles. Really fast flowing second half of handball there. The first half a bit more stop start, a few more timeouts, a few more chats as teams try to find out what they were doing and find their rhythm. Really quickly flowing second half there as the Wolves again put together a great effort to get a couple of goals on the board and definitely slow down the Turtle scoring compared to that first half. Jake, the wise old man, having a bit of a chat, sitting on his throne there on the bench, again playing for the Turtles, coaching the Wolves. A fascinating strategy to go with there. But he seems to be making it work for him. Turtles over here on the other hand. Portucker giving the orders as he's so good at doing, having a really good chat. Ruff is over there from the Spartans. He's been hanging around all day, just throwing his 2 cents in. He loves being in amongst it. Warning whistle there. Coming from the bench, strong call, mate. So, pivotal, exactly. So let's just get him back out on the court, get this game done, and we'll head into the third game. So I believe that was team called there by the Wolves, and throughout that timeout they have made a change. So George has now gone back into goalie there. Will the other goalie be making his way out into the field? We'll wait and see. You can't give away strategy to that detail yet, right? There you go. So here come the Wolves, starting again off from halfway as we did have a goal that led to that transition for the timeout. And here we go. So I'll try wait 16 seconds and see if we can get these clocks teed up again. Hopefully nothing happens while I'm adamantly staring at the clock. And we're more or less teed up with 1 second out, but I'm not going to fiddle with it any further from their team for the sake of a second. I think we can cause a lot more harm than we can good by trying to change that. Oh, an interesting play there. Dom's looking to tee up with Aaron there in left back. Can't quite make it work. Oh, but he's hustled back nicely to gain that intercept. Flops the ball across the Don. He's being told to calm it down. And they do so, relatively well. They almost didn't end up well. And there it is, confirmation, 3 more goals is the aim. So looking to crack that 10-goal milestone against their A team here. They'll be happy to get into double digits. Sure, the score's not on their side, but there's definitely a lot of positives the Wolves will take out of this game. A lot of combinations that they really start to get working throughout. They'll be pleased to see moving forward in the season. Here comes John doing a little bit of a cross around. It's a Kopai there. Dom thinking, let's just chuck a long-range missile and see what happens. Realises that Portuck is standing in the way, big tall wall that he is, and decides, nah, actually, we'll pass along instead. John doing a bit of dancing, runs out of bounces, runs out of steps, has to move the ball on. Dom managed to bust through. Oh, and just like that. You get the feeling George thought he can't come any closer, surely, and he just did and managed to pop the ball under his arm and into the goal to pick up his 4th goal of the game, I believe, which keeps him within scoring half of his team's overall goals with their total at 8. There's one, trying to get things organised from the centre there. Potaka grabbing the ball between the backs very much at the moment, but between the backs with speed, which they'll be happy about. Across there from Sahir. Juan maybe came a little bit too close, not realising there, but they've got the ball across the wing. Made the space they wanted and rocketed the ball straight in Simon's face. There are calls of a deliberate bullet to the face. They want a red card there. They're trying to get him off.
Number 22.
Number 22, there we go. We do have the other goalie heading on. Oh, that would have been a good question to ask. You ask. I've talked to him too much already. My apologies there to the Wolves goalkeeper, Sammy. Having checked out his name just before, Sammy, I ended up walking away with Simon before I checked the score sheet again. So, Sammy, if you're watching this back, my apologies for calling you Simon for a while there, mate. Hopefully you didn't mind it too much. We're still trying to find our feet with this commentary gig and names in general.
What's the rule with it, Red? You can replace them after 2, isn't it?
Yeah. And then he can't come back on, but someone else can, right? So it looks like, hey, you got your appearance anyways. There you go. So with that shot, straight into the face from 60 against poor old Sammy. I mean, he's glad he's made the save. It definitely won't be the last shot he gets straight to the face in handball, especially in the Wellington League there. Oh, watch it. Oy. But with that, so update on the Drama Euros, we've managed to get our names correct, and sorry again, Sammy, for it taking a shot straight to the face to get that sorted there. We do have a red card there for number 28 for the Turtles, and so a red card in handball their team. To explain what that means, that player is off for the rest of the game. However, after 2 minutes, the team can replace him with a different player.
Luke. Oh, Luke, you don't want to play golf then, man. Oh, no, that's...
And the ball stolen there by Paul Tucker. He thought maybe he got away with one there and could tear off down the other end of the court. Ref has called it for the foul though. There's questions about whether Sammy needs to get off the court, having taken a shot to the head like that. Oh, but meanwhile, while we're debating that, Milan there at pivot managed to... Oh, no goal. I was about to say, Milan there at pivot managed to step up and put together an absolute stunner. However, it turns out it was no goal, as he did creep over the 6 metre line there. I mean, the goal's been disallowed and the ball handed over to the goalkeeper instead.
When's our 2 minute? 5:54. 5:54.
So 5:54, and we were going to see Luke come on. Looks like we're back up and rolling team. Only missed a couple minutes there for you, so in the grand scheme of things, fairly stoked with that. We'll update you with the score in time once we get ourselves set. There we are. Cool. All right, we're back on. I'm just going to stop the clock there. We do have 4 minutes 23 left to go, so I'll try and get our clocks timed up. The score you're seeing is correct, 32-8 there to the Turtles. So getting a bit of drama, we had that red card there for number 28 from the Turtles, so he's been off. He can now be replaced. So the Wolves managed to pick up another goal there. This time it does stand, no 6 metre, nothing like that to call that off. So they're 1 goal away from their target of 10, trying to hit those double digits. And it looks like Luke is about to make his way on to play in the court, get his chance out in the field for the Turtles. So explain again, they'd seen that red card the Turtles received earlier. So while that does send number 28 off for the rest of the game, after 2 minutes he can be replaced by a different player. So I suppose rather like the new red card rules we see in rugby, where the player gets sent off for 20 minutes, but then can be replaced by someone else after that 20 minutes has expired. And here come the Wolves back on attack again. They'll be looking to score at least one more, get to those double digits they've been aiming for. And there's Aaron, managed to make a break across, step back inside, just can't quite finish the shot. Come back down. There was we were wondering whether Sammy would stay out there on the court for the rest of the game there, having taken that shot directly to the face. Some worries around head injuries, concussions there, but he's happy to stay on, so he's still out there. Tough man in the goal, you've got to be really in this sport. And he's definitely showing every bit of that tonight. Here comes Portaga lining up, manages to get the shot across. Just finds too much room there up at that top right corner and manages to be accurate enough to put it on the spot and score the goal. And of course that 2 minutes that Simone got for booting the ball away now seeming like a lifetime ago with all the action that's happened in between. But he of course as well is back on the court, making his characteristic runs across, trying to create something different for defence to think about. Gets into a second pivot, ball gets blocked back, he ends up in left back with the ball. Oh, and that's a fantastic transfer by Dolma across to Tupopai there, who manages to finish it off without problems. And they've hit 10 and they're absolutely pumped with that. So they've hit 10 and are really looking to drive here again. They're actually managed to gain a bit of ascendancy over the last couple of minutes. They'll be particularly pleased with that, managing to get a bit of time there where they can feel like they're on top after what's been a bit of a rough game overall. And there's Luke out there in right wing. What a position to be swapped into from goalkeeper, right wing. Because, you know, we don't want to give you anything easy, do we? Portaker off to Juan, and here comes Luke in right wing, comes off the shot! and he can, he's thrown a great pass there to Sammy and keep. He'll be glad to not let that one in as well. It's awkward enough to let a goalie score against you, but especially when they're shooting from right wing without much angle whatsoever. So here come the Wolves, minute and a half left in this game here. Turtles looking to close it out. The Wolves looking to get at least one more, if not two more goals to really say, hey, you know, we had patched this game where we can say we're on top. Simone again, they're really working that left side well, creating a bit of space. There's a wraparound for Aaron, he's straight through. Oh, now that is an attack from the Wolves. They will be thrilled with that one there. Absolutely thrilled with those combinations working from the left. Simone were making their initial engagement, getting defenders interested. Aaron passing the ball around, then crossing around behind Dom, who pops it to him, and then pass it on, and boom, away you go. There's one, he gets up, he fires that shot to the bottom corner. Sammy does his best to stretch out a leg. Manages to get one in the rough area where the ball's going, but just not quite in time and not quite exactly where it needed to be to stop the goal from getting in. And that leaves it as 34-11 here to the Turtles. 30 seconds to go, likely the last attack of the game. The Wolves will be making sure it is the last attack and it's only them attacking. And they'll be looking to try and replicate that magic they just put together before to show it wasn't a fluke. We can keep doing this and we can keep scoring goals. 12 goals would be a really strong result there for them. You get the feeling they'll be happy with that after what that first half was and how long it took to score their first. However, Juan managed to step forward, gets the steal. Oh, they almost got it back off of Portaga there, but he's got it down. Luke tries to carry on the fast break, can't quite turn the pass to Torvin. Juan's up, looks for a shot. Good save there by Sammy to finish the game, which he'll be happy with there after the shot he got to the face. And with that, we have our final score, 34 to the Turtles, 11 to the Wolves. But an action-packed game of handball, even for an inter-club game. There was definitely no love lost between that. I've got to get going to go play a game on my own, so enjoy the next one as well.